I have been going through a lot, and one of the things I've been going through is depression, and so I hadn't really had the drive uh, to do streams or whatever. So I was wanting to do stream, but again, dealing with issues and stuff. Uh, I couldn't really do it. I've gotten to a point now that that I'm able to do the stream. But anyways, if you could tell by the topic, I'm going to be talking about my problems, and I figure I'd do this just to get stuff off my chest, uh, and to let you all get to know me a little better. Uh, in the past, whenever I'm talking about my music and stuff, I always tell people, uh, I started 2003, late 2003, early 2004. Uh, I started making music, and I always tell people after I got out of the hospital, I started making music. But what held back was the hospital that I was at was actually a mental institution. Yeah, I was at the funny farm for the 3 day minimum. Uh, and if you know what a 3 day minimum is, then you pretty much know what I'm talking about. Uh, Growing up, uh, I had to deal with stuff. Uh, I've got, or when I was young, I had ADD and depression, anxiety, and antisocial, whatever. Uh, they had me on Paxil when I was in high school because every time I got around a bunch of people, I'd end up having a panic attack, and that's definitely not fun. And there's a difference between a panic attack and an anxiety attack. But yeah. So the thing is that uh, when they had me on Paxil uh, for my panic attacks and stuff in high school, uh, it was bad. I mean, they had my aunt on Paxil, and then she started hallucinating, and uh, it got really bad. So I quit taking my medication, and I ended up flushing it down the toilet. And I told my dad, I said, I'll go through high school. Uh, I'll just, I'll do stuff. Uh, you, oh, wait, this way. You can see my dog down there. Uh, but I told my dad, I was like, Dad, uh, I'm not going to take Paxil no more because I don't want to end up like my aunt did. It really messed her up. But I did, however, get through high school without my medicine. it was a struggle. Uh, because I would have off and on panic and anxiety attacks going through high school. But as I got older, as soon as I graduated high school, I moved out on my own. So I graduated high school at 19. Uh, I know that's sort of late to be graduating high school, but the thing is that I got expelled from kindergarten because uh, some stuff I'm not going to get into because I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm going off topic as it is, but in my early 20s to mid 20s, I had two failed attempts, uh, which I guess is good. Uh, I did not get medicine on for that as well, so all my stuff was left untreated. I didn't talk to a therapist or nothing. Well, you know, getting on into years, uh, 2016, I ended up having two strokes, and they were 4 months apart. And on the second stroke, uh, I ended up uh, finding out I've got a thing called functional neurological disorder. At the time when I got diagnosed with it, it was conversion disorder. Uh, but basically, after the strokes, they found out that I had a neurological disorder. And if I get stressed out, I can go blind. I can lose the ability to talk. I can become paralyzed. Uh, it can mimic a heart attack. It can mimic a stroke. Uh, it can almost, or it mimics a seizure because you can go into like convulsions and stuff. Uh, for me, it was, for me, it starts off like Tourette's. Okay, so my arm will be flying around and stuff, and I gotta put it in my pocket so that I don't hit nobody. Well, when that happens, that lets me know that hey, it's gonna get worse as it goes on. So then I start, dealing with that as well. And but anyways, I ended up finding out that, and my ADD actually followed me into adulthood. So I've got adult ADD. I got diagnosed with bipolar two. Yeah, I didn't know that there was a difference either. I thought that there was bipolar, just regular bipolar. But come to find out is that bipolar two, you don't have a real bad manic episode. So the way I am right now is basically my manic episode. But whenever, or not right now, because I'm dealing with my depression and it's taking everything I have just to be able to do this stream. Uh, but uh, with bipolar two, manic episodes is a little bit higher than normal. So you take your normal attitude and you jack it up just a little bit, and then that is your manic episode. But the depression part of it, you go into what's called clinical depression, and that sucks. Seriously, it really does suck because whenever you get the depression or the clinical depression, it's basically like you want to lay around all the time. Uh, you don't want to do nothing. Uh, I'm a gamer. I've been a gamer since freaking Nintendo. So so with my depression got so bad that I actually had to go to a mental hospital. And uh, after that, and after I got out, that's when I started making music. And because I was like, well, I want to be a streamer. Well, you can't really be a good streamer and everything if you don't have the right equipment. And my computer, I've used the same computer since 2000 and I want to say uh, 2014. So yeah, my computer is a dinosaur compared to technology. It's a HP 2-in-1 or 3-in-1. Basically, I don't have a tower. My tower is actually built into the monitor, and with it being built into the monitor, I can't upgrade anything. I can't upgrade the graphics card. I can't upgrade the CPU. Uh, uh, Basically, it's what you got is what you got. And with my computer, uh, right now, just with me live streaming right now, it's running about 80% CPU, and I don't even have anything in the background. It's just straight up Streamlabs, and that's it. So with it being Streamlabs, and my computer's already well now it just peaked at 84. So my computer's peaking around 85% CPU usage. Uh, and all I have is Streamlabs OBS on here running right now. So yeah, I couldn't do streaming because I didn't have no reaction content. I couldn't react to nothing. I couldn't play games. I couldn't do anything entertaining. The only thing I could do is sit here and talk, and that's what I'm doing right now, even while I'm battling my depression. So long this I don't know how long this stream's going to be. Uh, but anyways, after my second stroke, uh, I ended up having left side paralysis. And so if you look, my left eye is sort of droops, and I'm sorry for that if that bothers you. Uh, but what happened was I was on a walker. First, uh, I was in the bed, and for the whole year, like I could hardly get up and move and stuff like that. I could hardly get up and do anything. Uh, but I fought, and I freaking did everything I could to at least get on a walker. So I went through physical therapy and got on a walker. Uh, and then I was like, well, you know, a walker is good and all, but I'm wanting to get on a cane. That way, I've got a little bit more freedom and mobility whenever I'm walking around. that I won't have this big bulky walker walk around like this right here. And so I did some more physical therapy on myself, and I graduated from a cane or from a walker to a cane. And dude, uh, without the cane, I cannot walk. Uh, the best way I can describe it is if you're in, let's say you're in the bathroom and you've been on there too long, and you're watching like TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you're on the toilet and your leg goes to sleep, and then whenever you get up, uh, it feels like 1,000 needles and you can't feel anything. It feels like you're going to snap your own leg. That's what my left leg feels like 24/7 from the time I wake up till the time I go to sleep. It has that numb feeling. And so yeah, if I didn't have my cane, I wouldn't be able to walk. But I'm really proud that I was able to get off the cane and get onto, or I mean, get off the walker and get onto a cane because it helped out. Here's my cane. I've had this thing since 2016. December 2016 was when I had my last stroke, and uh, I mean it's I'm happy I got my cane. Uh, but here's where we're going to get to some other stuff. These gnats, stupid gnats. Uh, but anyways, uh, I got my disability, so now I'm able to uh, get paid from disability, which helps out a little bit. I'm in the process of going to be losing my house, and I wanted to get rid of the animals that you seen back there. Uh, I wanted to get rid of them, and I mean, it sucks that I'm losing my house, but uh, my uh, ex-wife decided that she didn't want to be with me no more, and uh, she cheated on me and left to go live with the guy that she cheated on me with. And uh, with me being disabled, I'm not making enough money to pay for the house and to live. So at 18 years of marriage is down the drain. Uh, a waste of time basically. And uh, at 40 years old, I am losing my house. Got to get rid of my animals, and I am going to be moving in with my dad at 40-year-old. It sucks, but when when I can save up some money and get back on my feet, I can get me a place to rent. So I'm not expecting to stay with them too long. I also have to get me a vehicle because when my ex-wife left, my car blew up, and it was going to cost me $15,000 to get to get it fixed. Basically, it needed a whole new motor. It needed uh, a new lower control arm on the passenger side. It needed a new radiator. Yeah, it was screwed. So it blew up. I have no way of getting anywhere. Uh, and so yeah, I mean it just got to the point that, dude, I was feeling really bad. I mean, understandably so. I mean, nobody likes to be cheated on, but when you're married for like 18 years and you have two kids, I mean, and you can't do stuff like regular people can, uh, and then you're trying to figure out how to like stay up on stuff, keeping bills paid. I ain't paid on the house. There's no way I can pay on the house because, I mean, it's cheap payment for the mortgage, but I mean, there's no way of catching up, and so yeah, I mean, it's basically I'm just waiting for them to hand me a paper saying I got 30 days to move out before they foreclose or whatever. Uh, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to fault her because she was not happy. I mean, who expects to be in their late 30s and taking care of a disabled husband? I mean, she was unhappy, and I mean, you shouldn't be with somebody if you're going to be feeling if you're feeling unhappy with being with that person. You shouldn't stay with them uh, out of pity or remorse or because of the kids or whatever. I mean, it just got to the point that we she just got fed up with putting up with me, and I got fed up with you know dealing with her being unhappy and yelling at me a lot, and so you know she cheated on me, left, and then I told her, or she said, "Oh, we could probably talk it out and get back together." I was like, "No, no, because this ain't the first time you've cheated on me since I've been disabled, and so this is going to be the last." Uh, but yeah, so now I'm trying to figure out how to deal with everything, with me having being mentally and physically disabled. Uh, I'm slowly trying to figure out how to do things for myself. I mean, some things I can't do, but I try. Uh, I don't know if you hear that, but it's thundering outside. I decided to stream whenever a freaking hurricanado decided to come around here. Uh, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Uh, I don't fault her. Uh, I mean, if she's miserable, you know, if she's happy somewhere else, then I'm glad for her. If she's, you know, if she was miserable here, then she has every right to leave. Uh, it's just, I don't know. It's it's hard being being left and then being left disabled. Not, the only way that I get paid is from disability. I don't have a job or nothing. It's it frustrates me. But I mean, in some ways, I knew it was going to happen. Uh, I just didn't realize that was going to happen later on. I was hoping it might have happened before. That way, I wouldn't be as invested in it as I was. And I mean, that's all right. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, I deal with I know I say oh yeah and stuff like that. I'm I'm uncomfortable talking to people, even though it's on stream. I'm still uncomfortable. Uh, I mean, it's right now. I'm getting a little bit anxious and nervous just doing live streams. Uh, I'm not real comfortable with talking basically to myself because I have no interactions because I don't have that many people that follows me. I got some people that do, but anyways, I'm going to change subject and get out of this crap hole I've dug myself in because it's starting to get me more depressed. And I don't feel like I'm ending the stream right now because it's only been around 30 minutes. Uh, but yeah, I've got new music that is coming out next week. It's something different than what I normally do. Uh, I mean, after getting out of the mental hospital and uh, making music and everything, music's actually uh, helped me out a lot with with my feelings and everything. And I didn't even know it at the time. I was listening to one of the songs that I made on YouTube Music, and somebody popped up, and I was like, oh, "Okay, well I'll listen to him." And sure enough, he made the same type of music that I did, and his name is Skits Craven. If you know him, I mean he does a lot of dark mental songs, uh, horrorcore genre. But at the time, I was making basically the same thing, and I was like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's I guess dark hip hop or dark rap, but no, come to find out, or emo rap. That's what I called it. I was like, yeah, it's like emo rap or something. Uh, and kind of find out that I was making music called horrorcore, and I was like, "What the crap?" And then, but anyways, Skits Craven came up, and I listened to one of his songs. Uh, I think it's the one where he went to his therapist's house. Uh, it's probably been about, I don't know, several months that from where when I heard it. Because I've only been making music since 2004 or 2024. Excuse me, not 2004, 2024. So I've only been making music for like a year, year and a half. Uh, but yeah, I listened to this song and I was like, dude, it's pretty cool. And so, yeah, I mean, I became a fan of Skits Craven. And then after my wife left and everything, and I was left here at the house, uh, I was watching uh, a VTuber, and uh, I started getting into watching VTubers. I mean, I was like, dude, this is pretty cool. I wish I would have thought about this and did a debut as a VTuber and stuff. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. At least I'd be able to hide or have something to hide me so that I can actually feel comfortable talking on, stream and everything instead of almost getting panic attacks every time I start up the go live on stream. And, but yeah, I mean, uh, the first VTuber uh, that I started watching is what is her name? Cypress. And actually, Cypress is who got me into watching VTubers, and after Cypress, I went to Philian, and then with all the content that Philian did, uh, I ended up going to her friends' sites and checking them out and watching them. Uh, uh, and so I started following them and started watching their content and everything. And I was like, dude, this is pretty cool. Uh, I especially like the dude. I don't know his name, but he's like a doll, and like he's some sort of creature or something that's taking over a doll. And like you'll see like stuff coming out of his cheek and everything whenever he's talking and stuff. I mean, he's pretty cool. Uh, and then uh, I mean, I just found a lot of VTubers and I started watching them. I was like, dude, this is cool. Uh, and actually, some of them's giving me, you know, some of them's giving me ideas for songs to make now. Uh, I guess about VTubers. I mean, I make songs about everything. I mean, if you look me up on Google or if you read my bio on on Spotify or uh, YouTube Music or whatever, uh, you'll actually you'll actually see where I talk about uh, how I make music off of stuff about mental health and everything. So I mean, basically, whatever I feel like, I make music for, and whatever I feel like at that time, I'll make music for. Uh, Now uh, I've got like almost 10,000 streams altogether, which might not seem like a lot to some people, but after I've made like 100 and something songs, I think I've made like 103 original songs, and after just 1.5 years of doing music, uh, I've made 103 songs, and I've got 10,000 streams so far. So I think that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not the best singer or nothing like that, but I mean, I just do it because I like it. So I mean, it's not going to stop me if somebody says, "Oh, you sound like shit." Well, I'm not professional. I just started making music a year ago. I've had no formal training. I haven't even been able to. I haven't even been able to do live concerts because I have nobody to help me out. Uh, I don't know how to do music videos. I wish I could. I wish I could put music videos to my music, but I can't. So basically, I mean, it's just me doing everything. But I do gotta shout out Amuse.io for helping me distribute my music worldwide. So I'm real happy, about that. Uh, they're they're pretty good with getting my music out. I mean, yeah, pretty much. This is how normally my stream goes. Uh, I don't get a lot of engagements. Uh, I used to like I used to get engagements whenever people would talk every now and then. But I got to the point to where I got used to just talking to myself. That way, whenever somebody looks back at the video later on YouTube or after I got through streaming and they go back to Twitch, because some people can't catch the videos when they're live, and they'll go back and watch them uh, afterwards, like after the person's already signed out and everything. They'll Some people go back and watch, like 10, 15 minutes of the stream, just see what it's about and everything. Uh, but anyways, I got off track again. That's my ADD hitting me. But uh, I've got to the point to where I could talk to myself on stream with no interactions for like an hour or two. I just amuse myself. I mean, I just talk about whatever. Uh, if you looked at the stream, it's talk about my problems. I've already discussed my problems at the start of the stream, so if you missed it, you can always go back and catch the, I don't know, first 20 minutes of it or so. It's pretty depressing. Excuse me. Good Lord. Uh, and I really don't want to talk about it because I'm already trying to fight my depression just to be able to get on here to stream. Uh, if you didn't know, I've been dealing with depression for like the last, I don't know, week and a half, and it's taken everything I have just to be able to get on here to do a stream right now. And I mean, I hate having depression. I do. But when you're stuck in a house for 24/7, you have nowhere to go, nobody to talk to. This is the only time I get to interact with people is whenever I'm doing live streams. But whenever you're dealing with depression, it affects you to where you don't want to live stream because you don't feel like live streaming, you don't feel like doing anything, and then then you wait for like your dad or your mom or somebody just to call and do their routine check in on you. Because if that didn't happen, I'd have nobody to talk to. Uh, uh, I'm stuck in this house 24/7. My car blew up, and then I got me an e-scooter. And when I got me the e-scooter, I drive that thing around everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I mean, I could only get 30 miles to a single charge, so probably anywhere 15 miles around me. So I was able to go to McDonald's. Uh, but like McDonald's or Dollar General or something, just something to get out of the house. I'd even go to train tracks. I mean, I've got on TikTok, well, on all my social medias actually. Uh, I've got uh, a little pic of downtown uh, of where I live. I got a little pic of that on there, uh, and the train yard that the park's beside. But I mean, then after that, about a month ago, I was driving my e-scooter to the park, or not to the park, but to the gas station to get me some cigarettes and some dip. And on my way back home, I heard thump, 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 and I looked back, and my freaking tire went flat. So I got some Fix-A-Flat and put it in there and pumped that thing full of that Fix-A-Flat. Which this ain't the Fix-A-Flat that's like the green goop that blocks off the hole. I don't know what this shit is, but uh, it was white, and I put it into the tire and did the Fix-A-Flat into the tire. Well, as soon as I did, it started shitting it out almost, and I was like, "What the crap?" It started shooting it all across, and kind of find out there that the tube busted or didn't bust. The tube didn't bust. What had happened was right where the valve stem for putting the air in the tire, the valve stem actually separated from the tire. I don't know if it separated or if it tore or what, but yeah, it just shot all that stuff out of that valve stem straight back at me. So, you know, I looked like I was a leading star in you know, corn chub, and I was covered in white. I don't know what it was. It was almost like glue or something. That's not fixing shit. Uh, but anyways, yeah, it just shot all over me, all over my carport. Uh, so I had to I got me some hot water and threw it on it, and I took a little broom and swept it off the carport. But yeah, uh, I was able to finally drive places, and then the one thing I was driving, ends up messing up. So, I'm stuck in my house 24/7. I don't get to go nowhere. I don't get to do nothing. If I have to go to the store, I've got to walk. And with being on a cane, walking a mile to the store and a mile back, dude, I'm freaking exhausted. And I had to do that today because I had to go get me some cigarettes because you know DoorDash does DoorDash can deliver alcohol, but they can't deliver cigarettes. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. So, yeah, if I need groceries or toilet paper or anything, I have to get on DoorDash and have it DoorDash to my house. And I will let you know that I go broke doing DoorDash because two liters of Dr. Pepper ran me $20. $20 for two 2 liters. I mean, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go broke, and I did. Halfway into the month, I didn't have no money. It sucked. Uh, I mean, it's horrible. But yeah. Anyways, uh, yeah, had to walk a mile to the store, and the person who runs the store, he always sees me in there. He's like, "You walk again?" Yeah, yeah, I did. He's like, "Well, you be careful." He's like, "You get that tire fixed?" It's like, "No, no. If I want to get that tire fixed, I've got to send my scooter to a bike place so that they can fix it." And I don't have the money. I don't have it for that. So, yeah, I mean, it really sucked one day because I knew I was running low on funds, and I walked down to the store. I figured I'd get me some cigars because they still sell the 2 pack of cigars for 99 cents down there. Uh, so I went down there. I figured I was going to get me some cigars because it was getting close to where I can, I get paid again for my disability. And I got down there. It's like, $1.08 with tax and everything. Uh, and I went to go swipe my card, and it said decline. I was like, oh shit. So I checked my pockets, see if I had any change on me. I had some change, but it wasn't no $1.08. So I walked a mile to the store for nothing, and I had to walk a mile back. Dude, I was pissed. Oh my god, I was pissed, and I was oh, it was horrible. I mean, I felt like I felt like crap because I had to do it at night. But at least it was cool at night to where I wasn't sweating like crazy. But yeah, after that, I was like, oh man. I mean, I felt so embarrassed that I had to walk to the store and I didn't even have $1 in my account to get the cigars. So uh, he had to put it back up, and I had to walk home. I was so embarrassed. And the one daughter that is staying with me for now until she moves in with her mom, uh, asked me. She said, she looked at me. She said, "Did you get your cigar?" I said, "No." I walked all the way down there and found out that I didn't even have $1 in the account to get cigars. and and she was like, "You're kidding." I was like, "No." Uh, and my wrist was killing me because I was putting my weight on my cane, and uh, so like I had to go a day with not holding anything in my hand, and and you know just laying there in the bed because I was so exhausted. I had to do it at night, so I was so exhausted. I was in pain. I was seriously hurting. My wrist was hurting. My leg was hurting. My back was hurting because I had to walk all the way down there, and it just got to the point that I was like, okay, today I'm not doing anything. And then I realized that I had a telehealth appointment with my therapist that day. I was like, okay, so I'm not going to be able to hold my phone with my left hand, so I'll just do it with my right hand. And he he got a hold of me, and I told him about it, and he's like, man, that's horrible. I was like, yeah, you're telling me. I said, I still got half of this month to go before I get paid again, and and I'm pretty much rationing my food out now. And so yeah, I mean it was bad. And I mean it sucks. It sucks being broke. Uh, it sucks about all of it. I hate it all. I wish I wasn't disabled so that I could be able to work. Uh, and make money. Cause see, back before I was disabled, uh, I was working security, and I was working like 7 16-hour shifts for 4 months straight. And but the catch is I was only making 8.15 an hour. But still, I mean, I basically sacrificed myself for for doing security. Uh, I mean, it was I would actually sleep in my car. I'd make sure that I had, you know, I made sure that I had like a blanket in the car and food in the car to where whenever I slept in my car, uh, uh, that I would be able to have something to eat before I go to sleep, and then I would actually sleep in the car, cover up because you know during the 4 months I was working those 7 16-hour shifts. It was cold and sleeting and everything, so I made sure to have a thick cover in the car, and I'd go out to the car and I'd be like, "Hey, I'll be back in a few hours. I'll just I'll go lay down in the back seat of my car and go to sleep if you need me." And I'd actually sleep in the car in the parking lot for a few hours, and then I would wake up, and then I'd take a shower in their. They had a gym, or not a gym. They had a locker room where they had showers and you know, toilets and everything. And I talked to them, and I was like, "Hey, uh, with me working all these shifts, uh, is there any way that I could just, sleep in my car if I'm too tired to go home, I can sleep in my car. And then what I'll do is I'll wake up and I'll take a shower in your locker room, and and then I'll go to work. And they told me, they was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, we don't care. So yeah, that's what I did for 4 months. Is if I was working those 16-hour shifts, and one of the days, I got too tired and I couldn't go home. Uh, I just slept in the car, and I'll wake up and I'll have something to snack on. I'll have like chips or some type of canned food that I can just open up and eat in the car. Uh, and for entertainment or whatever, before I had to work, I'll sit there and I'd watch YouTube, and or on my phone, or something, just to pass the time. And then I go to work, work 16 hours, and then I do it again, and that's what I did doing security. Uh, the people there was nice to me. They always looked out for me. But now I can't do that. Now that I'm disabled, uh, it sucks because I'm used to pulling long shifts. I'm used to working third shift and long shifts, and then now uh, I'm stuck in a house 24/7 with nowhere to go. I have no friends. Uh, the only people I have to talk to is whenever I live stream, or whenever I go live on whatever, or I will uh, I might talk to my dad. My dad might call me and check up on me and say, "Hey son, how you doing today? Uh you know you need me to bring you something down? You need me to bring you some food, or get you some cigarettes and dip, or something, just to call and check in on me." And then he would, then my mom would call and check in on me. Make sure I'm doing okay. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I've gotten to the point now that I could just talk about random shit for a couple hours on stream, just be able to pass time. Plus, not to mention, it gives me time to not sit here and be bored. Cause I mean, I like watching content on YouTube or Twitch, uh, but I also like to stream. I mean, I want to stream. I want to get my engagements up. I want to have people I can talk to and chat, and everything like that. I know limited on uh I'm limited on my technology and stuff, because my computer was bought back in 2014. Uh, but I mean, still, I like to get on here and stream. Uh, it's just whenever you don't have people to talk to, I mean, you just got to figure out ways of entertaining yourself. And uh, it's basically like whenever I'm doing my studio work for making my music. Uh, I'll actually, like, I'm here by myself. I don't have nobody to talk to. I don't have nobody to bounce ideas off of. I don't know if a song's gonna be worth shit. I don't know if hey we could do something different with the rhythm, or hey we can change this course or whatever. Pretty much I don't have nobody to bounce ideas off of. So whenever I'm in here making music and everything, it's just me. I don't have a band. So I mean, pretty much I'm dealing with the exact same thing that I'm dealing with there too. Uh, so stupid gnats. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I've gotten used to being by myself. That's not a good thing, but I'm used to it somewhat. Uh, I'm not a real sociable guy. So, so pretty much I'm sat here entertaining myself, trying to have this stream go as long as possible. Uh, I think the I think the most that I've ever streamed was like 2 or 3 hours. Uh, and I've seen some people do it like 5 hours, but then again, uh, they've got people to talk to, and they can get off topic, and they can react to videos and stuff like that. And I don't really have that luxury. I wish I did, because I'd like to react to videos. I like to, you know, I'd like to show you all my music, and let you hear my music and everything. But my computer's struggling just to live stream. So yeah, that's not going to happen. I do appreciate the people who has came in here and uh, has listened to me for a bit, even though they didn't do any chats or anything like that. Still, they gave me the time to sit here and listen to me yap, which is pretty good uh, because that's about all I can do. And I talk about random stuff. Uh, I get off topic and I forget stuff and I forget what I'm talking about, and that's okay because it's a learning experience. I mean, I got used to doing this. I mean, I used to do this like every day, every other day. I'd get on here and stream. Back whenever I was streaming in my basement, and I used to do it all the time. And I used to just, I got me a comfy chair and I'd sit back here and I'd just talk about whatever. I mean, I didn't have. I mean, yeah, the topic of the stream was, you know, uh, just chatting or whatever. Uh, but I mean, I talk about random stuff, and I got so used to not having nobody to talk to that I would live stream for like a couple of hours with nobody to talk to, and I just make a go at it. And I got out of streaming because I started doing music. And whenever I started doing music, I'm like, hey, uh, I got to put all my time and effort into doing this music. And, but then I didn't have nobody to bounce ideas off of. So, you know, I write the songs, I write the lyrics, I put the songs together. Uh, I don't have a band, so I had to get on the band lab and just piece songs together and stuff. Uh, but not having anybody to bounce ideas off of. I mean, you're just going by, what you think, and you're like, man, I really like this song, but then you find out that it's shit, and then you're like, well, why is this song not good? I mean, I really like doing this song, and so yeah, I mean, when you don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of, I mean, it's basically like enter basically what I'm doing right now. Uh, just sat here talking and entertaining myself for an hour now. Uh, but I mean, it's really good whenever if I can get up enough money to get it to do a studio song. If I get up enough money to do a studio song, man, that would be awesome. Because then I have somebody to talk to. And I'm like, hey, how you like this? Do I need to change these words? You think this might be good? You know, can we do something about the chorus? Uh, I like this instrumental, but I think we need more bass here and stuff like that. I mean, I've been around music all my life. My cousin right now is actually he tours uh, around the U.S. Singing music, and my dad and my aunt used to have a band together, and they would tour around and sing music too. So I've been around music all my life, but the thing is that whenever you're the only one who's putting the words together and doing the songs and the instruments and stuff, you sort of get that tunnel vision where you're not looking any other way because you're trying to make sure that you get it done. And I mean, whenever you get that vision, you don't really like you're really not looking around thinking about, should I change this? Should I change that? Should I change the words? Should I scrap this and then just make another song or whatever? I mean, it gets to the point that that you you get that tunnel vision and then you lock in and you're just trying to get it done. And then you think about the stuff later. And so whenever you're thinking about stuff later, then it's already too late because it's already out there for people to listen to. And whether it's good or bad, it's out there. I mean, again, you can go back and be like, hey, I need to do a takedown of this song because it's not really working like I wanted it to and stuff like that. And I mean, it is what it is. And yes, you did see a 2 liter. You gotta stay hydrated. But yeah, I mean, I'm really liking uh that I got into watching VTubers. Uh, because I mean, it really uh it's been really entertaining to watch their reactions. Because the way that the rigging works, because I've done research on it, and the way that the rigging works is you have to aggressively express yourself to be able to have the camera catch your reaction. So you can't sit there and be, you know, sit there with a stick in your butt. You got to, you have to over express uh, facial features and your eyes and your mouth and everything. And see, I'm scared about that because my teeth are all jacked up. And that's why I have the mic pointed in front of my face because that way I can be able to talk and I could be able to talk to y'all openly uh, without trying to hide my face because my teeth are all messed up. Basically, it's horrendous. I mean, it really is. I didn't take good care of my teeth, and now I'm paying for it. And so, yeah, that's why I got my mic right here, and I got the wind guard right here, uh, so that it covers up. You can at least see from my nose up, but you can't see my mouth, and that is strategic, especially because with the stroke, it's messed up the left side of my face. So, I mean, there's some droopage, and yeah, it's my animals are getting into stuff. Uh, but yeah, I mean, that's the only way that I'll get on here. If I sing on video, then I'll do it like this. That way you can't see my face or my mouth at least. Uh, and but yeah, after watching VTubers, I was like, dude, that would be cool to do. Uh, but the thing is that my computer sucks, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Uh, because it's struggling just to be able to do live stream, and that's with nothing in the background. But if I had a better computer, I would think about doing VTubing. I think is I don't know if that's a word or not, VTubing, but I would VTubing. Uh, I mean it would just be it'd be cool as shit. Have me a little cartoon character sitting there bouncing up and down and stuff, jumping around and everything like that. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably do the little chibi head. Uh, uh, I mean that'd be pretty cool. Have a big head and little body. I mean that'd be pretty interesting. Uh, but I did shave. I need to shave again. But I did shave because during my depression, every time I passed the mirror, I hated looking at myself. I hated seeing myself. So I decided to shave my face completely, uh, just because I got tired of seeing myself. My hair's still long. Uh, yeah, I got long hair. It actually goes down to the middle of my back. If you see some of my TikToks or Instagrams or whatever, uh, you'll actually see some pictures of me with my hair down, which is rare because usually I'll have my hair up and a ponytail, or excuse me, good lord, uh, I'll have my hair up in a ponytail, or I will have my hair up uh, in, you know, like I'll have my hair. I usually don't have my hair down. So with it being long, I usually don't let my hair down. So that's the reason why some of the pictures that you'll see on the social medias, you'll see my hair down. That's rare to say the least because I usually have my hair up, or I'll have a beanie on, or I'll have a hat on. Oh yeah, this is my hat. Whenever I was thinking about streaming, that's my streaming logo. I changed my merch whenever I started doing music, but I ended up getting uh, a couple of things set up for like hats and shirts and everything of my streaming logo. So I got me a hat, and I got me a shirt, and I had some shoes. They're wore out now. Uh, but I got me some shoes, and I got me a little water bottle. Yeah, so eventually, I would take a little bit of my money and get some of my merch uh, to show off on stream, but also to wear because I'm pretty excited that I got merch. Uh, because that makes me feel that makes me feel good that I was able to get merch. But after I quit doing streaming and I started doing music, I completely changed the logo to like a tribal Viking uh, symbol of a bow, and have unseen bow uh, in the logo. Uh, the reason why is because I'm part Native American. I'm Cherokee, which you know if you've seen the pictures of my dad that I showed on all my socials and on YouTube and stuff, you could definitely tell that my dad and my family are Native American because they are dark. I'm talking dark red. So uh, the reason why I'm not dark red is because I am a hobbit and a hermit. I'm not a hobbit. I'm a hermit. Uh, I'm trapped in the house 24/7. I'm like a vampire. If I get out in sunlight, I'll burn. I'll burst up into flames. Uh, that's the reason why I'm streaming at night. Uh, because I'm a vampire, I sleep during the day. Actually, I sleep during the day just because when you're not working and you're at the house 24/7, I mean, you can really sleep whenever, wake up whenever, do whatever you want. Uh, because time has no meaning to you, and days pass by like minutes, and I can't believe it's already dark. Uh, because last time I looked, it was daylight. So yeah, I mean, it's dark, dark. Which, I mean, it is after midnight where I live. So I'm on Eastern time. So yeah, it's 12:51, and I'm still bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, bushy-tailed. Yeah, I mean, I just the time just flies by. When you don't have a job to go to, you don't know what day it is. I didn't even know today was Friday. I still thought today was Thursday. And then my daughter was getting ready to go to her mom's house. And I said, "Why are you getting ready to go to your mom's house?" I was like, "You got school tomorrow." She's like, "No, Dad, I don't. It's Friday. Uh, you know, tomorrow's Saturday." I was like, "Damn. Okay. Have fun at mom's." Yeah, my daughter goes and to her mom's on the weekends. Uh, so basically, during the weekends, I'm stuck at my house with nobody except for the animals, and being with the animals 24/7 is driving me completely batshit crazy. Uh, I mean, it's just they get in a ruckus, and you're like, hey, you need to quit that. And then you got, because I got 3 dogs and 2 cats, so there's always a scuffle about. They're actually doing good. I mean, you can see uh, my cat back there. That is, which one are you? Oh, that's Angel. That's my cat. That's Angel. I had to see because I got one cat that's small and one cat that's big, and the big cat's actually Angel. That's the female, and then I got another tuxedo cat, and his name's Milo. And so I got 2 tuxedo cats, and then I got a little Chihuahua Dachshund mix. And that poor thing, she's got alopecia, so she's losing her hair, which is crazy because if you know those dogs, you know that they get cold easy and they start shaking real bad, and and they gotta constantly be under covers and stuff. So anytime I'm like sitting down in my chair, she jumps up and gets between my arms into my armpit, and she'll bury her head into my chair. And then I've got uh, 2 medium-sized dogs. I don't know what. I know one of them is. Where are you? His name's Max. He's uh, a beagle and a pit mix. So he's a. I guess it's a beagle. I don't know what you call those ones that are mixed, but he's a pit and beagle mix. And then the other one, I don't know what the hell she is. Uh, she's loony in the head. I can tell you that much. The only thing between her ears is air. Uh, but I still love her, even though she's a couple of beans short of a burrito. Uh, but I mean, I when I end up losing my house, uh, I got to get rid of the animals. And then my daughter, when she goes and moves in with her mom, and I get rid of the animals, then I'm going to be living at my dad's house till I can get back on my feet. Because I'm losing a house because I owe $6,000 to them, and I don't have the money to pay them, so I can't catch it up. And even if I did have it caught up, I still can't pay the rent or pay the mortgage because I don't have enough money. So, anyways, I mean that's neither here nor there. It's just a little hiccup. Uh, but when I move in with my dad, I'm going to be trying to save up money so that I can get me a apartment to rent or something because hell, I'm divorced and 40-year old and disabled, so I really don't need nowhere because I stupid gnat. Uh, I really don't need to worry about getting a house because I can't afford it. But yeah, I mean it's I've done pretty good. I've sat here and amused myself for an hour and 25 minutes. Yoo-hoo. Just talking about whatever. Hell, I talked for quite a while just talking to myself. I mean, if y'all want to jump in and talk to me in chat, I mean, you can. I don't care. I mean, I know some people they just like to watch just to see what's going on. I feel you. I do the same thing. Hell, I get notifications of people I follow on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, they're live. I'll go in, watch a little bit, leave, do you know? I don't really do whatever because I watch other stuff too. Uh, and then I'll go back and watch it whenever after they're done or whatever. Uh, I've really not I've really not interacted a lot with people on Twitch or YouTube. Milo, this is my cat Milo. He's uh he's seeing these gnats flying around and he's going ape shit over them. All right, go back up there. He gets up there on the little table I got sitting over there. He gets up there and just hangs out. Damn that! I got it that time. The trick is not to hit yourself in the face. The trick is to hit away from your face. I almost was thinking like smack. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That will hurt. But yeah. Anyways, I'm glad I've been able to stream and I mean, even though I'm dealing with my depression and and you know, I'm glad I've been able to stream even though I'm dealing with my depression and just getting on here and talking about random shit gets my mind off a lot of stuff because uh, like I said, I'm trapped in my house 24/7. I have nowhere to go. I have no people to talk to except for my dad and my mom and sometimes my brothers. But most of the time, I sit here with nobody, doing nothing, talking to nobody. Uh, Not intentional. I just my car blew up and I have nowhere to go. But anyways, uh, I love y'all. Stay safe. I think I'm gonna get off here now and watch some more VTubers. I think I've got some notifications of some of them that's made videos, so I'm gonna watch them. And say, you know, just next time you come by, say hi or whatever. Talk to me in the comments because I'm live streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. Uh, but yeah, just if you're watching this, uh, drop a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Say hey or whatever. And I'll catch you next time. Stay frosty.